Okay, my name's Nick, and this is my choice for scary game for Halloween, and it's Slenderman Origins 2. I've never played Slenderman Origins 1. How we can have two Origins is beyond me, but that's Slenderman for you. He gets around. I'm one of the world's leading experts on Slenderman games. I was one of the first to review Slender the 8 Pages, and subsequently went viral. So me and Slenderman go back a long way. Right, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's start the game. You get a choice between the castle and the crypt. Now it seems to me that during the game, if you get through the castle, you end up in the crypt anyway. So choosing the crypt is just like skipping the castle bit. But for the sake of testing, let's go straight to the castle. So you get a voice, sounds a little bit like Ben Kingsley, that man who played Gandhi, describing how he was travelling with his daughter, stopped at a tavern in the old days, and the worrying thing is, apart from sleeping in the same bed as his daughter disappeared during the night. He starts asking around, finds a man that looks uncannily like Michael Jackson with a fedora, who tells him that this isn't the first incident of its kind. Children have been disappearing a lot recently. And he tells me about a detective. The detective has been looking for them, and the detective has disappeared. So, at this stage, you probably go to the police. Not this man. He decides to take the law into his own hands and run off to an abandoned castle in search of the detective's clues and possibly his daughter. So, the controls aren't rocket science. You basically use the compass in the bottom left corner, and at first it sort of tries to take you through the game using arrows to show you where to go. Now, at this stage, you have to read the clues. So the big stone door must be here for a reason. The question is, how do I unlock it? The aim of the first part of the game is to unlock that door. If you get stuck, use the hint wand on the right, just touch it, and it will automatically tell you where to go. So you see where the green arrow is? That's where we're going to head. Yeah, drawers, wardrobes, other items, open them and you'll probably find something of interest, although much of the time you'll find nothing but a skull or in some cases dead bodies and an old vase. So here for example we've got a clue left by the detective. What kind of detective leaves clues lying around that sort of appear to be smoking or on fire? I don't know, but we've picked up the note. Now, how do we read the note? We go into the notes, which is done by pressing the scroll in the top right. Ignore all the notes here. I've played this once before and it seems to have saved the notes from the previous game. But normally this would all be blank apart from the first one that you've picked up. So let's see what it says. Press it. The stone door seems pretty suspicious, blah blah blah. It probably leads somewhere. Detective note 2, which we haven't picked up yet, but I'll give you a little preview. Just as I thought, the 4 holes or somewhere. So they're basically clues that are telling you how to open the door. So press the scroll again to go back, and if I haven't mentioned it, you basically use your finger left and right, up and down to look around you. So let's have a look at the arrow, and it's telling me to go in the drawer. Let's click on the drawer. There we go. Now that looks like a mini statue of some kind. It's actually a key. So we've picked up a key there, shut that drawer, and then we go to the smoking clue. There you go. So we've got another clue there. I'm not going to read it because it says the same old thing. Basically, find the other 3 keys. Now, one very important piece of advice, which I should have mentioned at the beginning. Please play this in the dark. Not only is it scary, but you can't see a ruddy thing when you play it with lights outside or with lights around you. I spent ages trying to play the game. I couldn't with lights. I couldn't see anything. As soon as I took it into a dark room, everything became crystal clear. So we're having a wander here. Not much to see, apart from it sort of looks like some sort of pentagram thing there. Bit evil. Oh, let's put one of the keys in. We've already got one key. Let's put it in. There we go. So we've put one in. We need another 3. Now, the first time I played this, it took me absolutely ages to find them. I kept getting lost, partly because, as I say, I couldn't see the screen properly. Now, this bit is pointless. Some sort of dancing skeletons, like out of a Michael Jackson video, block your way. All you have to do is press the shield, and they oh, they run off, and that has never happened before. It's actually crashed. Can we continue? Thank you very much. I haven't seen that before. Maybe Slender Man is playing games with my head there. Right, so let's carry on. Ah, my God, that's Slender Man. You know it's Slender Man because he comes out of nowhere. His special skill is basically sort of telepathically mashing your mind. In this case, he's got tentacles as well. It's thoroughly unpleasant. Now, what's going on here? Slender Man has sort of seems to have infected the iPad. Right, let's carry on. Let's see what's in the drawers. Nothing there. Oh dear, we're not having a good. Oh dear. So we've found. Let's see how many keys we've got. Oh, that's the notes, the keys. Check the satchel note. So we need another 3 keys. So the main problem here is finding the keys, and they're not very well placed. They can be quite annoying to find. Right, let's have a. This is just a dungeon, dead bodies, horrendous. Nothing in the wardrobes. What about the bottom drawer? Let's close that one. Have a look at the bottom drawer. No, nothing there. Let's have a look around here. Yeah, a lot of banging going on there in the background. No, I've been up there before. There's nothing up there. Yeah, there you go. No, sorry, I thought it was a dead body. That's in the crypt later. There are no actual dead bodies in the castle. Which this castle reminds me a little bit of the London dungeons, although with a hell of a lot less waiting around. I advise you to buy tickets in advance. It's an absolute nightmare if you turn up on the day. Yeah, this is the most frustrating part of the game. It really sort of takes time to find these things, and it's not particularly scary while you're doing it. Now, there should definitely be more Slender Man action going on, but he's probably too busy haunting abandoned schools and hospitals, which apparently are Slender Man's favourite haunts. He's not that into abandoned castles, dungeons, or crypts, so that the whole premise to this is a little bit off. Yeah, I know. Find the stone key. I know that, but I can't find it. Just a waste of time. I've checked there. Now there's an arrow. Now that is a clue, and hey presto, we've got it. Right. Third one, done. And I'm just find the stone, get inside the next room. Right, does that mean... Oh, for God's sake, I've been there. It's just so confusing. Yes, okay. Now, you see, now the lights are telling me where to go. Thank you. Finally. There it is, on the bookshelf. Finally, right, so now let's go and open that door. The other thing is it would help if you could run in this game. It's painfully oh, for God's sake, another dead end. It's painfully slow. I imagine some of those skeletons are simply because they died because of boredom. Right, here we go. And then we go around the corner, around the pentagon thing, and then we go bish, bash, bosh. The door is open. So,
from the nameless detective's notes,
back comes Ben Kingsley.
Something was wrong with this castle, but I never imagined the actual scale.
His suspicions were correct. There is something wrong with this castle. It's incredibly boring. But the next stage of the game takes you into the crypt. I'm not going to bore you with that because to be fair, it does get a little bit more moody. It's a little bit more scary in the crypt. But generally there's just far too much sort of walking around, getting frustrated, not enough Slenderman. But you know, for the free version lasts for about, I don't know, 15 minutes, 20 minutes or so before you have to upgrade to the full version. As I say, it'd be nice to see Slenderman involved a little bit more. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, and scare yourself silly with another game this Halloween.